James, there are other things going on too. I mean, the Republicans have a big event this week, the unveiling of the Melania documentary.
So, all right, this is a topic that I do have to know something about. I almost consider myself a borderline expert in political documentaries. The first thing is you can't to spend $3 million in even today's dollars. That's a lot of money for a documentary.
How much?
Okay, 3 million is a lot. I think we spent on.
I thought it was a lot more than that.
No, the documentary did on me, which was well written, which was a really good director, really good stuff. Let's say 2.2.
Yeah.
And you pay a lot for archival stuff, and you got to go back and you got to pay people if you use a song. You got to pay people if you pick up something. I don't quite know the whole sense. You can't spend that kind of money. So it's obviously, what did they spend on it? And then they're doing $5 million in promotion.
Yeah.
You can't sell a movie that people don't want to see. And
of course, she pockets a good 20, 25 million.
Yeah,
that's a condition.
And it's open, notorious. I call it bribery. I'm not in the legal sense. I guess they can pay whatever they want. The company can, but it's just unbelievable.
Well, and then we ought to say up front, the villain here is Jeff Bezos. It's an Amazon project. He's the head of Amazon. This is part of the Bezos effort to curry favor with Donald Trump. And they have, you know more about this than I do, they have as the director a guy who was drummed out of Hollywood.
Guy Rat.
He was so sleepy.
He hadn't directed anything since 2017, and he's had some Me Too issues, and I don't like to judge people on that, but it's obviously pretty some serious stuff. But first of all, they're not going to. Who wants to watch it? No Democrat wants to watch it at all. And even the MAGA people, she's not their idea. They tolerate her because she's married to Trump. But there's not much interest in her, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I really don't.
There's not much interest in the family. I mean, Trump has his base, there's no question of that. And it's still pretty hard. It's smaller than it used to be. But I don't think there's much interest in the entire family. It doesn't. I mean, other White Houses, whether it was
Caroline Kennedy, yeah. So then sometimes it's interest in the wrong kinds, kind of Biden, but
that was different.
That was different. I mean, the Bush children, it's a different time. There is not much interest in. I looked at a poll. It was a good one. Maybe it was the Time Siena poll or something like that, and. We talk about unmistakable base. Okay. Trump's disapproval among Democrats is 92. His approval among Republicans is 85. That's a lot. So people got to understand 7 points is a lot.
You take that very small core of true independence, and he's negative in that too.
Yeah. I didn't get to talk to David and Molly enough, but one of my, I don't call it pet peeves, I don't like the generic term independence because everybody has a different way. The way the Times does it, I do not like.
It's a much smaller group than
yes.
Yeah. It's still there. I know what it is.
It's
5, 7, 8. Yeah.
All right, you can take 7.5.
Yeah.
Maybe on a good day. And so the way the Times asks the question is the way that Peter Hart or Sandberg would never ask the question. Do you consider yourself a Republican, Democrat, or independent? Well, you get that. You get 33% say they're independents because people just reflexively think they're independent. But when you drill, you don't give them the option. And if they say something else, say, well, do you vote mostly Democratic or mostly Republican? And you pare a lot down. And you end up, like I say, maybe 8%, the kind of consensus number of the number of people that truly independent. They might have voted for Biden in 2000 and not Trump in 24, something like that. I might voted for Democrat senator, Republican for governor. But those are pretty increasingly rare breed in American politics. And I think it's very important if we talk about politics, people need to be very aware of that.
Yeah.
Because independent can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But he's lost he's getting. So Della Volpe pointed out when Trump started among under 30, 55% of the people under 30 thought that Trump was going to make their lives better. It's down to 33 now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Okay.
Well, it's down to 33 now, and that's before Minneapolis, really, or that's before at least the 2 killings in Minneapolis. And I have to think that really does turns everybody off, but I think it really has to turn young people off who,
How do they get out of it? How do there's this great scene in the movie Gandhi where they were all at the table and Gandhi was there and they had these hideous British colonial administrators. And the guy looks at Gandhi and says, "You don't think we're just going to get up and walk out of here, do you?" He said, "Yes, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to get up and walk out of here."
and they're going to do that in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
They're going to they're just figuring out the way to do it so Trump can claim that that this was the plan all along, which of course will be a lie, but that's what
he'll sign some kind of a bullshit document with the mayor of Minneapolis that they're about, all right, we've taken care of it. They're going to change
you
it.
take it over.
Yeah. And he will, it's just like Greenland. Jeff Landry, we need complete access to Greenland. What do we need if we can't get there anyway?
Right.
I mean,
it goes back to 1951, actually.
Yeah. But what he does is he knows he just got to save face with 1/3 of the public and say, well, I got a better deal. This is a much better deal.
The one thing, James, I will predict they ain't going to get, and that was Pam Bondi's demand from Minnesota to give them the voter file. Boy, that to me tells as much about what this is all about as anything. This is all about, one of the preludes they're going to have to try to fix the election. And there's no way they're going to get those files. They don't want the voter files because of any legitimate reason. They're just going to see if they can purge people.
I don't know her. I've heard people say she actually was a decent lawyer or she was I don't know if anybody has hurt their image more than she has. You can't. I mean, some of these people just had no image to start with.
That's true.
Okay, but I have heard people,
Bobby Kennedy sort of had one, I guess, but whatever it is, it's demolished. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But apparently she just, and they don't like her. It's pretty clear she's going to be one of the first to go.
Her deputy, Todd Blanche, isn't any better. He did come in with a reputation as a pretty good lawyer, former Southern District prosecutor. But, starting with Ghislaine Maxwell, he's also proven to be, an absolute third-rater.
So something that we don't talk about, but it looms every big on Trump's mind, and that's Epstein. And in his mind, it's his reptilian way of thinking is he deflects from Greenland, Venezuela, Minneapolis. Okay, I guarantee you it's about 75% chance the next could be Iran.
Yeah.
But it's not going to go away. And every Democrat, pledge number one, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get to the bottom of the Epstein thing. We're going to subpoena everything. Find this out, and the public will be for that. And they, you just want to investigate. Want to legislate. Yeah, you're right. We can investigate. Just people want to know, and the issue is big. It doesn't go away. It does not go away just because we don't talk about it like we used to because we get so much deflection. The residue is still there.
Yeah,
and going to continue to be there.